Do you guys want to know a really big key indicator to tell you if you are in an unhappy or unhealthy or toxic relationship? I'm going to tell you right now. It's when you are so drained around that person. You are so drained, you have zero motivation to do anything, to do the things that they ask you to do, and you start losing yourself and you stop doing the things that you once loved. That's it right there. You will let yourself go because of this relationship, because that person is draining your energy. It's not to say that that person is bad, but it's because you are not a vibrational match with that person. So a lot of times when people are in with the wrong person, with someone that is not a vibrational match for them, and sometimes it may not happen right away, but it may happen along the years of being with that person, you stop doing the things that you love doing. You may lose jobs, you may lose yourself, you may let yourself go. You either start to gain weight, you lose weight, you don't look as good as you used to before you got with them. And honestly, you don't even know who you are anymore. You stop realizing what you even love doing. You don't know it's almost like you don't know your interests anymore. You know them, but you don't do them. When I was in my marriage, I let myself go in terms of not doing the things that I once loved doing. I've always been a performer since I was a little girl. I would sing, dance, act, always into theater. And I stopped doing that. As soon as we got together, I was like, oh, well, let me just enjoy this relationship. It's new, it's exciting. And I just stopped. I had zero motivation. I wouldn't clean. My husband would always ask me, why are you always on your phone? You have a phone addiction, you're always on your phone. You're not cleaning, you're not organizing, this house is a mess, And I didn't understand why, and I'd start to feel bad, and I'm like, God, maybe I'm depressed, I don't know. And I didn't understand why I was like this. Why was I always on my phone? I didn't want to be, but then I realized it was an escape for me. I was trying to fill a void because I was unhappy, but I didn't realize why I was unhappy. So a lot of times people may think that they're depressed, but it's usually, and I don't want to diagnose anybody, but a lot of times it's because they're not in the right relationship, and so they're getting their energy drained by that other person that they're with. And so the more somebody asks you, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? And you just can't do it. No matter what, you just can't seem to do it. And it's not to say that that person that you're with is bad. It's just, like I said, you're just not a vibrational match with that person. And you let yourself go. That is a really, really big indicator. And I'm always like, oh my God, please don't ever stop singing. Don't stop dancing. Don't stop doing the things you love just because you're with the person. You should instead, when you're with the right person, somebody that matches your frequency, you'll actually be more inspired to create. You'll be more inspired to continue doing the things that you love because your energies are flowing together. You boost each other's energies, that you start maybe performing again, singing, dancing, creating, painting, drawing, whatever. Basically, your creative pursuits are always online when you're with that person. But when you're with the wrong person, it's like, bye-bye. And I realized after my partner, my husband and I, we separated, all of a sudden I start cleaning, I start organizing, and I'm doing all these things. And it wasn't to prove a point. I had all of this energy back. And I wasn't on my phone as much anymore unless it was to do my work. And he asked me one day, he goes, Jessica, why couldn't you be like this when we were together? And I felt really, really bad, honestly, but it's not something that you can force. And I know it's because being with him drained my energy. He's a great man, but together, it just didn't go. I was just always drained. I was always tired. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. And when you're with the wrong person, this happens. And it's not something that you can force. You cannot force love, and you cannot force energy to work. It's either aligned or it isn't. So let's stop forcing things to work. Yes, it's great to work on ourselves, and sometimes, we don't want to blame the person because sometimes we got to work on ourselves too, right? But a lot of times it's because of energy. That's it. We are all made up of energy, and you cannot force energy to work. If it's not the same frequency, it's not going to work, right? So pay attention to your energy. Are you getting drained? Are you getting inspired? Did you lose motivation? Did you lose yourself? Did you let yourself go? Does your appearance look different? You know, like, you have to really pay attention to these things, because a lot of times people don't realize this is happening, especially when they're with somebody for so long. They don't realize this is happening to them. They don't. They just become so used to it, because it's very, very gradually. As time passes, they get so used to not doing the things that they used to. And then sooner or later, they don't even know who they are anymore, and they don't even know what they like. They don't know their interests. So make sure you don't get to that point, and that when you are with the right person, you're going to feel inspired and motivated to do the things that you need to do, and to get back into the things that you love doing. Never stop doing the things that you love doing. Honestly, never. I am like a huge advocate for that. I tell my friends, don't ever stop singing, don't ever stop dancing, don't ever stop creating, don't ever stop painting, doing music. Like, just don't. Like, we need these things, right? We need creativity in this world. That is what makes the world go round, is when we use our creative gifts, because creativity is bliss. It's pure. It's love, right? When you create something, you're creating something out of love. And so when we stop creating, you're not spreading as much love. It's all connected. So never be with somebody where you lose yourself and you stop doing the things that you love doing. Never.